Hey, what it do, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And it is Dallas Cowboys game day, y'all. Dallas kicks off at 4:25 Eastern Time. Or 4:30 Eastern Time, whatever. 4:25, 4:30, same difference. Because they gotta, do the pregame and stuff. You know how that goes. But anyway, here to talk about the game and the matchups and things of that nature and what we think and score predictions and let's get it popping. Now, Dallas Cowboys coming to this game. Well, let's back it up for a minute. Let's talk about what happened the last time these two teams played back in 2020. Um, that game, I believe, Dak threw for 502 yards in that game. That was crazy. And we still lost. You know why? Because the Browns ran the ball on us. And that was when they had Baker Mayfield at quarterback. And Baker Mayfield only threw for 143 yards. How the hell did they win? Because they ran the ball. They ran through us like shit with Nick Chubb, and just everybody else that they had on the roster running the ball. Even Baker Mayfield ran the ball. So we had Amari Cooper at that time, and it's ironic that we played them again, and now they have Amari Cooper. So it's kind of like the roles of reverse in that aspect. But when you look at these two teams in this particular game, Dallas Cowboys come in as last year's number one scoring offense. The Browns come in this game as last year's number one defense. They averaged 270 yards per game allowed. Now, they didn't play Cowboys last year. That's one. Two, we got Mike Zimmer now. Now, they are still, even though they don't have Callahan anymore, they are still predicated on running the ball. They are still going to try to run the ball. Even though Nick Chubb is out for the next 4 games and he's not playing, he is going to run. They plan to run the ball. Because they're not going to be able to throw the ball all around, I don't think. I mean, because there's going to be some rust. Think about it. Deshaun Watson has been injured with that shoulder for a long time. And he's probably going to deal with that shoulder for the rest of his life. Shout out to Isaiah Stanback. Isaiah Stanback mentioned it himself. He had the same shoulder injury. Isaiah Stanback hasn't played for the Cowboys in 15 years, and he's still not comfortable on that shoulder. He's not playing football. So just imagine playing this sport at a high level and still dealing with a shoulder injury that is just nagging you over and over and over again. It's going to bother you. So the key to victory on that is the Dallas Cowboys to keep the ball out of Amari Cooper's hands, to keep the ball out of Jerry Jeudy's hands, and to keep the ball out of Elijah Moore's hands. The Dallas Cowboys have to hit Deshaun Watson. You got to get in his face. You have to apply pressure to this quarterback. Get him flustered. Get him running around the pocket. Get him to the ground. I don't want to say hurt him. I'm not with all that. You know what I'm saying? But get him to the ground. Make him think about that shoulder in this game, and you'll win this game. Because if Amari Cooper keeps getting fed, Dallas Cowboys fans know what Amari Cooper can do. We had Amari Cooper on this team, which I wish he was still here. That'd be dynamic with him and CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks. Oh my God, all 3 of them. Just imagine if we had all 3 of them. Anyway, pipe dreams. But now that Amari Cooper's on the other side, we know what they can do. Trayvon Diggs know what they can do. Jordan Lewis knows what he can do. So at the same time, DaRon Bland's not playing right now. He's still out. Now, we have to apply pressure to the quarterback. Our defensive front has to do their job. Micah's got to wreak havoc. I think that he gets at least 2 sacks in this game. You have to limit Amari Cooper. You have to bracket him. I don't care if Jerry Jeudy get the ball. I don't think Jerry Jeudy's nowhere near as good as Amari Cooper. But their receivers are going to get the ball at some point, but you have to limit the amount of catches that they get, because if they start throwing the ball all over us, it's game over. Stopping the run is huge. We had an issue for years stopping the run, not having the right defensive tackles. Mozzie Smith still trying to come along. I know a lot of fans are like, they're over it, but I think Mozzie still got something in the tank. I just think that he just needs to get his confidence back. And with a coach like Mike Zimmer, I think that we can do that. But with the addition of Jordan Phillips and Linval Joseph, both of these guys, these big, meaty guys, Pauls, can get in there and stop this run. And that's what we need. Stopping the run, limit their time on offense, get turnovers. Kalen Carson starting for DaRon Bland. He's wearing number 21. Hey, bro, they call you seatbelt? Show us that you can strap him down. You switch to number 21? You're Deion Sanders, huh? All right. Show us what you can do, young man. I believe Al Harris when he says he got another one, right? Basically what he's saying is, I had a DaRon Bland 5th round, Kalen Carson 5th round, got another one. So if Kalen Carson can do anything of what DaRon Bland has shown us, Cowboys going to be good on defense. Trayvon Diggs, I don't think it would be smart for him to follow Amari Cooper. I think he needs to stay on one side of the field. You want to limit his pivoting, because you still want time for that leg to heal. You know what I mean? Like when you tear your Achilles or your ACLs or whatever you're doing with leg injuries, especially at a position where you run and pivot and cut all the time, you're putting a lot of stress on that leg. So him coming back from that surgery, I know that, he's had time to rest, but you gotta slowly bring yourself back. You can't just jump right back into that, having him follow everybody. They're gonna have to limit his snap count too. So, but again, having a healthy Jordan Lewis out there, I know Jordan Lewis plays in the slot, but get these guys out here and play. Let's do it. You got your young guys. Utilize your young guys. You got Kalen Carson. You got Israel Mukuamu. You got Wanye Thomas out there at safety. So, get these guys out here and get them motivated, get them running around, get their confidence up, and let's see what we can do on defense, because you never know. Now, as far as us on offense, now we know Tyler Guyton has a uphill battle dealing with Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett is a monster. Myles Garrett is arguably, I would say he's the best now that Aaron Donald is retired, which I think is crazy, because I didn't think he's been in the league that long, but whatever. Hey, when you play certain positions, you get it's hard. But I'll say this: he definitely, Myles Garrett is a beast, and you got to watch number 95 and number 99 too. Both of those guys on defense, they will wreak havoc. So when I tell you this, this offensive line, I think is better than it was last year, even with us having 2 rookies. I think Tyler Guyton is up for the challenge. His only thing that I worry about Tyler Guyton is he's not used to playing as much at this level like how he did in college. And that's just with all players transitioning from college. You don't play as many games as you do in the NFL. And hopefully that the coaches got Tyler Guyton ready for that, and just keeping his stamina up, because again, it ain't like offensive line, you're the guy. So there's no, hey, let me get a breath, let me take a play off. No, you can't do that. You got to get out there and you got to battle every play. As far as Cooper Beebe goes, young, strong center. I'm not worried about him, because you got Zach Martin right there next to you. And I'm going to tell you this. He's definitely an upgrade from Tyler Biadasz. And Tyler Biadasz is starting for the Commanders. So I'm going to watch the Commanders game too, because I want to see what Tyler does with them. Because if he looks like how he did with us, Commanders going to have... They're gonna have some issues on their belt, but that's for them to worry about, not us. But again, I love the addition of Cooper Beebe. I love his progression, and I love how he learned how to snap the ball fast, and the fact that they're letting him play. That just lets you know how much faith they have in the young guy. I think with this offensive line, a lot of fans are like, "Oh, Zeke is old, Dalvin Cook is old, oh, Rico Dowdle gets injured." We know Rico Dowdle gets injured, we do, but he's healthy right now. So as far as week 1 goes, you got Rico and Ezekiel Elliott starting, right? You have those two guys starting. I don't care which one starts. I don't care if Ezekiel Elliott is the first running back in the first play of the game, or if it's Rico Dowdle. It doesn't matter. They're both going to play the bulk of the game. They're gonna get a lot of plays. I'm sorry, I got something in my eye, y'all. Sorry. Just like when we had Tony Pollard last year. It's the same thing. Rico Dowdle is taking the place of Tony Pollard, and they're gonna utilize him and Zeke like thunder and lightning, like how they did with, him and Tony, which they should have done more of that, but that's remain to be seen. I love the way that Rico runs. He runs really hard, and a lot of people are down on Zeke, talking about he didn't good. He actually did pretty well with the New England Patriots, considering that their quarterback play sucked out there. He did his thing. Now remember, don't forget, Zeke's strong areas is quarterback protection. That pass protection, he's great at that. He's great at pass pro, and he's great in the red zone. Zeke gonna get some touchdowns this year, so whoever got him in fantasy, you're gonna be getting some points with Zeke. You may not get a whole lot of yardage, but you're gonna get touchdowns, and that's where you get your fantasy points. So with that being said, man, with this running back position, I really think that Rico and Ezekiel Elliott are gonna be better than what we think. I don't know when or if they're gonna bring up Dalvin Cook. That remains to be seen, but they are bringing up Nick Vigil for the game. I don't know if I pronounced his last name right or not, but whatever. They're bringing up Nick Vigil from the practice squad. And, Hunter Lipke, he's going to go out there and he's going to do his thing too. So let's see what happens in this game. A lot of people think this game is going to be like a real gritty, like low-scoring game. The last time we played, it was a high-scoring game. So we'll see. It just depends on how things work out. I know it's the first game of the season, so it's going to start off sloppy. So just so you guys understand, don't look at the beginning of the game like, oh, here we go with this bull. These starters ain't really played. So it's going to be some rust that has to be knocked off, especially on their side with Watson. So we just got to get him and hit him hard. And I think the Cowboys will win this game. My game prediction, I will say Cowboys 27, Cleveland Browns 17. That's my score prediction. Let's see if we can get that and get close to it and get this dub. Let me know what y'all think in the comment box. Are you excited about the first game of the season? And where are you watching the game at? And show your game day pride, and let's get it. In the meantime, in the between time, like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Have a great game day. And let's go Cowboys.